friends, hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to yet another video of the Football Mania to bring you all the latest news and exciting content from the football world. It was going to be a time in the Premier League season where every team has to take their games seriously, especially the ones who are contending to finish in the top four places for the Champions League qualification. And yet another fixture where Manchester United simply did not have to bottle it is in their home fixture coming up against Leeds United. And let's remember, Leeds United recently sacked their manager Jesse Marsh, which means that there is a probability of having a new manager bounce. However, we have to understand that this match was played at Old Trafford and the Red Devils have been in sumptuous form, especially when it comes to playing at Old Trafford. And we have seen how lethal the combination of Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford can be on any given day. And this was the perfect start if you are a fan of Leeds United with a first minute goal which absolutely shell shocked more than 70,000 fans at Old Trafford. And we have to say that it was a very lackluster way of defending. All the defenders are tracking back and they are not closing down the winger, and it was a very well taken shot into the near post. David De Gea absolutely had no chance whatsoever. 1-0 to Leeds United, and I was obviously expecting a reaction because this is Manchester United, which always has come from behind, and they have that mental resilience to overcome any situation. And we expected Marcus Rashford to hit the back of the net because he has been absolutely in peak form. He has been having a good relationship, especially with Bruno Fernandes. It was also good to see a player like Marcel Sabitzer come into the starting 11, which meant that Eric Ten Hag has more options in midfield. And after the most silly red cards in the Premier League last weekend, when Casemiro got a red card, it was obvious that Marcel Sabitzer would slot in as his replacement, and he did a decent job in the first half. I would say that Sabitzer was, pulling the strings. He was covering the back line as well, and he was, playing like the deep lying midfielder who can, once in a while make those forward runs. And I was expecting Manchester United to take one of their chances because it would have meant that Leeds United would have been on the back foot, especially with 70,000 fans chanting the name of the Red Devils. However, it was Leeds who went into the break 1-0 at halftime, and in the second half they carried that momentum, which meant that Manchester United were in the back foot. They were not able to come out of their own defensive third, which meant that Leeds United were, using the width of the pitch. They were having more players on either wings, which meant that Manchester United's backline got stretched, and that is exactly how the second goal came in the 48th minute. Rafael Varane has no option but to just try to block the shot through the byline, and it took a wicked deflection which sneaked into the goal past David De Gea through the near post, and it was a very unfortunate situation for David De Gea and Manchester United. 2-0 to Leeds United, just in the beginning of the second half, which meant that Manchester United had to find a response. And it would have been really good if we had seen something which is, not so flamboyant, which is something different. And especially when it comes to playing teams like Leeds United, you have to take your chances, because if you don't, then obviously you will be put under more pressure, and they are very good in managing games. However, the man who has been in a purple patch, Marcus Rashford, once again delivered for Manchester United. This time, courtesy a header which was very well timed. Now it is 2-1 in favor of Leeds United, and I'm still thinking that Manchester United does have a chance. And it was really good also to see Jadon Sancho in the wing, because he has been very lackluster. Right since his move from Borussia Dortmund, he has not been the same player which we used to see in the German Bundesliga. and it was really good that he got his goal. It was a very well taken shot, and it was from the edge of the box, which meant that Melier was unsighted and he was trying to fluff his lines, and it just hit his palm and went into the back of the net. A point is not something which Manchester United really wanted. They were going for all 3 points. However, Melier was really commanding when it truly mattered, and Leeds United held Manchester United for a 2-2 draw. And Eric Ten Hag must be quite disappointed because of the way they conceded those goals, and it really could have been avoided. And this is something which Manchester United still has to work on. They have a lot of deficiencies which are kind of covered because of their attractive attacking play, and at times they look as a team which is looking really cohesive. They have a very good understanding with each other, and all the players are playing for the manager, especially after Cristiano Ronaldo's departure. This is something which we have seen with this Manchester United team, and having a 2-2 draw at home against Leeds United is not a good sign, because obviously they are contending for a top 4 spot. They are not actually contending for the title, but this was a good chance for them to be level on points with Manchester City, having played an extra game. That would have just added more pressure on the citizens, and it would have meant that they would have been just 5 points behind Arsenal, having played 2 extra games. And it is just a psychological battle when it comes to the title race, and Eric Ten Hag would have known that this is a missed opportunity. And having said that, yes, they have got a point. They have got a 3-point cushion over Newcastle United, having played an extra game, and it would have been really good for Manchester United to pick up all 3 points. So, guys, I would love to know what are your thoughts about this team. Do you feel that Eric Ten Hag is missing a piece in the jigsaw puzzle? Do you feel that this team is capable enough of still competing for silverware this season? Yes, they are in the Carabao Cup final, and can they overcome Barcelona in the round of 32 in the Europa League? There are a lot of things to ponder over, but if you are a Red Devil fan, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section. So, one more thing, if you like this video, please do not forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because I'll be coming up with lots of content from the world of football. So, please stay tuned, and until next time, stay safe and take care.